Hey everybody, what's up? This is Jack with SGTV. For any returning viewers, I want to say thank you on behalf of Spy and myself. Um, we're very grateful for the continued support of the channel that we've been seeing over the past, several months. It looks like I've got some company here. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, Spy Gaming makes content highlighting video games, industry news, and events in the gaming community. If that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and make sure you turn on notifications by hitting the bell icon. That way you are notified when new videos drop. Our current normal schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. If you're hearing this for the first time, we've been able for the past couple of weeks to get out content Monday through Friday, all 5 days. Hopefully, our plan is to not hopefully our plan, but our plan is to hopefully keep that content schedule rolling. Once we are confident that we can, then we'll make it official. Sometimes life, right? So, anyhow, today's video is going to be a how-to sort of guide, I guess. Primarily a harvesting guide. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is an efficient way to harvest materials outside of just randomly stopping and grabbing the materials you see on the side of the road as you're traveling through Chamrio. Also, this rivals, I would say, in my personal opinion, this rivals the surveys, the caches of materials that you get from surveys, if you find a good spot to do this. So, today's video, I'm going to show you a good spot, and I'm going to show you some champion points and things you can do to speed the process up, let's say. So, anyhow, let's get right to it. Alright, so where you want to go for this, as you can see, all these materials right here, and it's a little bit of everything, right? Alchemy, clothier, runes, blacksmithing and jewelry, a little bit of everything, woodworking, all that stuff, right? So you want to go to Betnik, and I like to start at the Carved Hills Way Shrine. Okay, now there are plenty of materials everywhere, right? There are more, let's say, blacksmithing and jewelry more than likely up here. Down here in the lower southeast corner of Betnik, you have more, clothing or clothier, woodworking. It's kind of spread out. Woodworking is, and alchemy materials. I personally, this is a good way to make some quick gold if you're efficient. Okay, so raw materials all sell decently well. Alchemy materials sell a little bit better than others, so that's the reason that I like to start down here. It's the Carved Hills Way Shrine in Betnik. So, some things that you can do. Let's see here. Let's see what my advanced stats. Okay, so my sprint speed is currently 141. That is not anywhere near as high as you can get it, but it's up there, right? So things you can do. You can pick up boon, the steed boon, Mundus Stone, which will increase, if you have divines, it'll increase your movement speed up to 16%. So there's that. That will increase movement speed. And then we also have in the champion tree, in the crafting tree specifically, you have Steed's Blessing. I don't have it quite maxed out yet. I'm more focused on Harvest Time and Plentiful Harvest. So you have 10% per stage. There's 5 stages. So you have 50% chance to gain double the yield from a resource node. And then you have Master Gatherer, which reduces the time it takes to harvest by 10% per stage. Again, there are 5 stages, so you can cut harvesting time in half. And then, of course, you have Steed's Blessing, 0.4% per stage, movement speed. It takes 50 points to max this out. All 3 of these are slottable, as you can see. This is movement speed out of combat. So I think it works out, let's see, 0.43 more times. So you get a 20% movement speed bonus outside of combat for Steed's Blessing. Let's go over here to the fitness tree. And then right in here in the Wind Chaser, you have Hasty, which increases your movement speed when sprinting by 2% per stage. There are 2 stages, so that's another 4%. And then down here you have Celerity, which is the slottable. It does take 50 points. I reallocate whenever I go to do this. So I'm a tank. Normally I don't need to be this fast. When I go to when I am planning on harvesting materials, I will reallocate my champion points. It's only 3,000 gold. I make way more than enough to manage that. But you get 2% per stage, 5 stages. That's another 10% movement speed. So, you have all that in the champion trees. And then you have, let's see here. You have the option of wearing Jailbreaker, which, if you look, the 5-piece, if you look, the 5-piece bonus, you gain minor expedition at all times, increasing your movement speed by 15%. That's 100% uptime, 15% movement speed bonus. Now, my Jailbreaker set does not have all divines, so I'm not wearing it. I have it out to show you guys. And then let's see here. If you're a sorcerer, which this is another thing I'm not currently running, but if you are a sorcerer, you have lightning form. You gain the morph of this gives you a movement speed bonus, and it's really easy to keep up. I mean, it's a cheap skill. It's really easy to keep up. So you got all that going for you. Let's see here. All right. So as you can see, you saw it on the map. There are a ton of materials that are here to be harvested, and you just go, right? Look, there's ruby ash wood. And see, because it's reduced time, I get the materials quicker. Now, sometimes you run through here, some of the nodes have been taken already, and you can, specifically choose which ones you're going to go for. So you got Ancestor Silk. There's another Ancestor Silk. Every now and then you might have to kill a monster. It's not too bad. Let's see here. I haven't really worked out, to be 100% honest with you. I haven't worked out like what way to run through here is. But that being said, there are a ton of materials, so it's really not, I mean, you can just run through the area. It's got a little bit of everything. Nightshade, rubidite order. This is one of the places that you can run across cornflower, which, if you're a Magicka build, that is, you'll want that for your essence of spell crit or your spell crit potions, things like that. And you get hide scraps from killing the wolves, so there's a bonus actually in that as well. So you just run around, collect a little bit of everything, and you can spend, you know, I know it seems like a lot of time, but if you spend an hour or so doing this, just plan it out, that way you're not, you know, doing a little bit here and there, you actually get it, you know, all at once. You can collect a good amount of materials running through here like this. So, in my opinion, this is one of the better places. There is another place which will be in a future video. Currently, we are simply going to focus on this one and see the way that you would go about making gold off this is if you do this enough, which there are more optimized for speed. I don't know what I'm doing here. Actually, I do know what I'm doing. I just turned around for some reason. There are builds that are more optimized for speed. Great. All right. And the faster you can move, the more you can collect, obviously, right? So, here in a minute, I will show you why this is a good idea. Why this is such a lucrative thing to be doing. See, the materials are literally just everywhere for the taking. And you just grab and go. And it's actually beneficial, in all honesty, to kill the wolves because you get rubido hide scraps, right? So, for some reason, there we go, because I was in combat, it would not let me harvest. Let's see here. Where are we exactly? Alright. Yeah. And it's actually... Uh-oh. But I got stuck. Well, it's going to make me mine it first. And I'm stuck. Great. Alright. Let me get out of this water here and I will show you guys exactly why it is. This is such a great way to go about making a little bit of gold. Quite a few different ways you can go about making gold, and this is one of the far more reliable ones. So this is probably a good place to stop. Okay. So I use excuse me. I use Tamriel Trade Center. So Blessed Thistle, I have 43 of them. The suggested sales price, if you see in the window, is 135 to 168, and that's per. Okay, so it gives you an average, it gives you the minimum, it gives you the maximum. Those aren't really the numbers you're looking at. So 135 to 168 gold per Blessed Thistle. So if we calculate up the math on that, that would be, if we sold it for the low end, 135 at 43, that's 5,800 gold, right? Nightshade, 183 to 229. Let's say 29 Nightshade at 229, right? Gotta clear it, 229. 29 Nightshade, that's 6,600 for literally half, right? Columbine, 603 to 753. I mean, honestly, look at that. It's, if we just went for the low end here, 603, 21, that's 12,600 gold off 21 Columbine. We have 87 Mountain Flowers at 138. That's 12,000 gold. 85 at 102. Let's just round it out to 100. That's 8,500. 99 to 124 at 75. That's another 7,500. 20 by 300 is 6,000. 31 by roughly 200 is 6,000. So if you see where I'm going with this, it's a really lucrative, really easy way. And it's not just alchemy ingredients either, by the way. So let's go to here. Okay, so platinum dust. 179 to 223 per platinum dust. So you can sell them in stacks of 25. You can sell them in stacks of, however, 50, if you wanted. 278 rough ruby ash, 25 to 32. Now that's not quite as high, but think about it. That is a good way to go about making. Look, right there, 81 heartwood, 795 to 994. You can sell that in stacks of 10, 20, however, whatever you find that works best, right? Let's see here. Rubidoux hide scraps is approximately 100. That's 4,300 gold. There's another one that's approximately 100, raw ancestor silk at 84, so that's another 8,400 gold. Let's see here. Regulus, 148 by 31 to 39. It's not quite as high, but again, you find what works for you. 41 apiece for rubidite ore. Let's see here. Enchanting. Here we go. Here's another one. 786 to 982 per one at 11. Okay, so that's nearly 10,000 gold. Like, just for 10, a stack of 10 is nearly 10,000 gold. And these sell regularly. Like they sell often. And not all of them, like this one here, is, suggested at it's selling for 3. Okay. Not all of these materials are good to sell, but there's enough of them that are that you can, get your hands on fairly easily if you have a build that is set up to do it. Now look at that. 32,000 for that one. 32 to 40,000. I could post this for 30,000 gold and on the guild traders, and it would sell within 24 hours. I know I did it earlier with the chromium crane. Indico, 2,122 to 2,653. That's, I got a stack of, let's see here, I've got 8, that's 2,000 for each. Atade, 44 to 55. Now granted, that's not a lot, but I have 200 of them. Kuda is 3,000 to 3,700. Let's see here, let's find another good one. Yeah, that one right there is roughly 100 apiece. The Pajodi, Parade, Tadere, there we go. Rara, if I'm saying that right. I may not be saying that right. 100 apiece, So, I hope you see the benefit in doing this. But water hyacinth, 200 apiece. And it's not hard to find. Violet, Caprinus, 466 to 583 per one. You can sell a stack of 10 for 4,600 gold. Torchbug Thorax, the same thing, a stack of 10, 4,900, 5,000 gold. Spider eggs, Scrib jelly. This right here, this is a big one. This one sells, and it sells for real for that price, if not higher. I use it in crafting lava foot, which is it's a food. If you don't know, it's a soup that stamina characters run, and it basically turns them into a torpedo. It really cranks up stamina recovery, and so and that scrib jelly is one of the ingredients in it. People sell it in stacks of 100, and I mean they're not kidding. It costs a pretty penny. So if you're looking for a way to rack up some gold, invest some time into building a character up to have this kind of the ability to quickly harvest these. The most important thing is this: reducing your harvest time, increasing the possibility, so 50% double yield, and increase your movement speed. If you do those things, and there are other gear pieces, you can get a Ring of the Wild Hunt. It is a mythic, so you will have to go looking for the leads, but it increases your movement speed by a good amount. And there are plenty of set items out there that do the same thing. So like if I was going to recommend, I would say Steed's Blessing. This one, by the way, right here, Meticulous Disassembly, is okay. Refining. So when you go to refine the raw materials, and let's say you don't sell it, whenever you go to refine the raw materials, you have a good chance of getting higher tier resins, tempers, tannins, plating, stuff like that from the raw materials. So on a regular basis, like when I need to replenish my own crafting materials, I will go out, I will run this, I will catch, I will gather up a couple hundred of each, and end up with several tempering alloys, several rosins, several dray wax, things like that, just from doing what I'm doing here. So this is a good one to have as well, like for your own use. Plentiful harvest, very important, and master gatherer, if you can get this one maxed out, it's also a good one. and then obviously Steed's Blessing to speed you up, and then you got Celerity and the Fitness Tree, and it's in the Wind Chaser, so you want to pick up Celerity and Hasty, and that's, you know, free movement speed. And you can even actually, let's see here, right there, you can reduce the cost of sprint by 20 stamina per stage. There's 2, so you can reduce it by 40. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do to make your movement speed higher and make it manageable to continue moving quickly. You can go Vampire and ignore the movement speed, the movement penalty of Sneak, things like that. So, you know, there's a lot of combinations. I do have a character that I am building for this purpose, so I don't have to continue with, you know, going redistributing champion points and things like that. I do understand that the armory system is out now. I'm aware this particular character is going to be a tank and a DPS, so I'll be using a different character altogether for my harvesting. It is important, though, that I do want to make sure that I mention that. So it is important that you max. Let's see, where is it at? Let's find it here. Allows the use of rubidite ingots. So you want to max these all out, right? All these crafting, you want to max them out. That way, whenever you go and you are harvesting max level materials, right? Because they sell the best if you're using this as an income source. They will sell the best on the guild traders. So that is pretty much all I've got for this particular video. I hope that I have provided you with some insight. I do have another place that we will be showing you. It is I'm Jack. It is Spy's preferred place to do this exact same thing. So, you know, there are a couple of places that you can do this and do it efficiently and effectively and gather a lot of materials in a short amount of time. And, you know, it's up to you if you sell them or not. It is a good stream of income, though, if you're having a hard time with coming across things to sell. It's beneficial to join. You know, you get 30 slots in a guild store, so it's beneficial to join several specifically trading guilds. It's helpful if they maintain a guild trader. I have been in a few guilds myself that did not regularly maintain their guild trader, which was a problem, right? Because I would have 30 listings because I keep my guild slots, my guild store slots full, and they wouldn't maintain a guild trader. Well, if there's not a guild trader, then you can't sell anything. You can sell like to the people in your guild, which aren't the people buying it, not in mass. So you want to look for some trading guilds. Be aware of the requirements if you're not familiar with guilds and being in a guild. Mostly, you know, if you solo play and things like that, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If it's not my preferred way to play an MMO, I understand it is for some people. This is kind of the holdover until the Elder Scrolls 6 comes. So, you know, I understand if you're solo playing, but if you're having a hard time, like, managing to accumulate gold, you know, for whatever reason, right? If you need to buy tempering alloys, rosins, tannins, things like that, platings. If you need to do things like that, they're very expensive. In order to improve your gear, if you were saving up to buy, you know, one of the larger houses in the game, if you're looking for a specific overland set, you know, those can be bought on the Guild Trader. They can also be acquired through the use of alliance points that are earned in battlegrounds and other PvP, but this particular way gives you a pretty consistent stream of income, especially if you build specifically for doing this in an efficient manner. I wish I could give all of you a better timeline on when exactly the build that I'm working on will be done. I can tell you that I'll give you a spoiler, it is a Nightblade, and it is a orc. So, two things that are built to move real quick. Which doesn't mean you have to go that route, but I am trying to optimize so I don't have to spend as much time, not even as much time as I do on this particular character, doing, you know, what I just did, you know, for a few minutes. So, anyhow, that's, without being any more long-winded than I already have been, that's what I've got. For this video, I just wanted to take a minute and show everyone, you know, a quick way to go about making some gold in game, and where to do it, and an efficient way to go about doing it. And that is it. If you like the video, please like and share it. It does help the channel, but more so it helps get this particular information out to players who would like to have it or need it. And that's what we're here for. We're here for the players. So there's that. And you can find us on Twitter, Reddit. It is all in the About section of our YouTube page and in the description of all the videos. So if you need to reach out, you have a question, something like that, you can contact us directly. Anyhow, yeah, that's pretty much it, and thank you for watching. If you made it this far, we're eternally grateful. We know you didn't have to take the time out of your day to do this, and we will see you guys in the next video.